Megan Hines from the Foul Report. We talked on in practice a couple days ago just about the team starting off from coming from back, and tonight you guys are a little bit slow. You guys picked it up. Can you just talk about how you guys the team was able to be able to produce and get back on the momentum?
Yeah, I think just learning from the last 3 or 4 ball games for us where maybe offensively the quarter isn't starting good. We're not scoring points. A little bit of frustration and anxiety from that then leads to some poor defense. And so I think tonight, kind of just learning from that and some of the conversations we've had, they stayed committed to the defensive end, even though offensively it started out slow. And then as the offense came along, then they combined it with the good defense that they started playing with. And they were able to put it together, as the first quarter ended and then getting into the second quarter.
Cam Buford, what's good in sports? You talked about trust before the game.
Yeah.
Did the situation between the end of the third quarter, beginning of the fourth quarter, where you guys kind of gave away the big lead, was that a factor of trust?
No, I think that's just more the challenge of, playing with big leads. I think in almost all pro sports for sure, like it's just hard to, get up by 20, 30, 40 points and just keep it that way. The other team are professionals. They have pride. They keep fighting, and it feels weird as the team that's up by 30 to feel like every possession is the most important one. And you just start to get a little bit of slippage. But, for us, because of, the expectations we have for ourselves, we want to try and eliminate, having quarters like the fourth quarter. Not that the Lynx won the quarter, but just, the big difference in, and the way we performed. And so, we'll keep working in that area just to make sure we have some purpose and, in everything that we do. And regardless of the lineup, that we can still have some purpose in our offensive possessions, that still give us a little bit of boost, in those situations. But, we'll take the win for sure, to win 3 out of 4 quarters. And, any team coached by Cheryl is not going to quit. So, to win by 10, we'll take it.
Thanks, Coach.
Sabrina Merchant, The Athletic. Coach, why do you think Alexis was able to get going so well today?
Well, Lex works hard. Like she really wants to do well, and the last few games have been tough for her and a few of our bench players because we started out so poorly. We've had to kind of change the rotation. Keep Chelsea out there longer, keep Neca out there longer, and it's made it really hard for our bench players to get some minutes. But she's been staying positive and working hard in practice every day. And, when you play against your former team, I think that always, brings a little bit of extra, I think focus and you want to perform well against old teammates that you played against every day in practice. You want to prove to the team that, you were good enough when you were there, and maybe, you're not getting or you didn't get the opportunities that you're getting now in your new situation. So I think tonight she was just really excited about having a chance to play against Minnesota. The first time we played against them in Minneapolis, she didn't get a chance to play. So she was definitely, had this game circled on the calendar for sure.
Gary Swanson with the Southern California News Group. How's TRP, and then also you guys are going to get Raquana back next game. What's that going to mean to you guys?
Yeah, TRP's good. She had a little bit of shoulder soreness, that she would have been fine to play with. But once we got up, by such a large lead, I didn't think it was worth the risk of just still having her out there. But she'll be fine. I don't anticipate her being too sore to play on Thursday and, be able to continue to be out there. But I just wanted to try to get her a little bit of extra rest so that she didn't have to fight through any discomfort tonight. And yeah, I mean to come to the end of Raquana's suspension is, it's exciting for us. I mean, 8 games left to go in the season, and it'll be our first time playing with everybody on our roster. So, we're excited about that. It creates more challenge, though, in terms of who plays, who doesn't, how those minutes are distributed. When you talk about trust in terms of, kind of knowing that everybody can't play, every night, and trusting that, as a coach, as teammates, we want everybody to do well. We want to try to get everybody out there, but it's just not going to happen. And trusting that if you stay positive, if you stay locked in, you stay engaged, you remain a great teammate, there's going to be a moment in time where I am going to have to call on somebody that hasn't played in the last 3 or 4 games. And they're going to need to be able to go out there and help us. So it's exciting, but, it presents a few challenges. Like our win-loss record's pretty doggone good with Sydney Weeks in the starting lineup. So, to think about, having to change that up at some point, whether it's Thursday or not, we'll see. But, it presents some things that are not just all positive necessarily, that we'll have to work through.